So we actually had one of our guys already brain scanned, and he's had 19 fights, or 20 actually now, and he had zero brain damage at all. And he's the most experienced in the sport when it comes to this. You know, he's taken the most slaps, and I think that's just a testament to the safety of the promotions that we have, the safety of slap fight, the safety of power slap, and that we are regulating this correctly. If a guy can take over probably 150 slaps at 19 fights and have no brain damage at all, I mean that's a testament to itself to show that it's not that dangerous. And I bet if you look at any professional or amateur boxer that has 19 fights, he's sparring every single day, every other day, getting a hit constantly, in training and sparring in the actual fight itself, taking over 200 to 300 shots, versus here, you're taking 15 shots at most, but here at Power Slap you only take 3 at most. So I mean, you do the math.
Well, if the kickboxing fans or MMA fans, they are against it, they should really know that most of us are professional fighters, and if we respect the sport, you should too. If I'm over here telling you this is the most fun I've ever had, this sport is legit, you should probably think hey, this respected guy in his sport is this is amazing. It's probably the real deal, Dude, I take elbows and Muay Thai and stuff like that, cuts, and I never know when I'm stepping out of the ring. I go in there with the intention that might not come out of it, And this is a similar thing, but it's not as bad as the other ones. Honestly, this is completely fine.
This can't be no more dangerous than football, basketball, or any other sport that's out there, And we're actually experiencing less time of damage than anybody else that's actually doing anything that's constantly compounding, smacking, smashing, or anything like that. Football is definitely way more dangerous than getting one slap per second. I'm getting slapped I'm probably gonna get slapped once or twice, maybe 3 times at the most. Championship rounds is 5 slaps. My coach Darius, he's been in a match where he got slapped 26 times. That's really intense. I can't even imagine getting slapped 26 times, dog. That is crazy. So I'm glad they got it down to 3.
I'll take a closer look. We are one of the most protected leagues. There's no elbows. There's no knees. The person that's getting hit is not moving forward. A lot of times in MMA and boxing and kickboxing and all that stuff, there's a car collision that happens. There's no car collision that happens. There's one person hitting another person, stationary person, which is a lot less, causing a lot less damage, a lot less force, a lot less velocity to hit.
Yeah, man, there's little intricacies of slapping and also to your defense that could go a long way with power, with just taking the shot, rolling with the hit, or clenching up real hard and taking it, and it also depends on your opponent too. If your opponent is not that strong, or if your opponent is really strong, you have to adjust to that as well. So it's not just a slobber knocker banger. It's more or less a kind of a thinking man's game. Just a little tweaks here and there. It makes a long way, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot of rotational power, learning how to brace and breathing techniques to be able to take a hit correctly. And mostly the rotational power staying firm and planted. It's been awesome.
How hard you think you're actually able to hit without moving your feet, because you're not pivoting, you can only turn your hips and your back so much without pivoting your foot and illegally striking someone. So it's the form, and to me personally, if you get 3 strikes or 5, whatever you're competing at, hitting in the exact same spot every time is going to be a big determining factor on the damage you give to your opponent.
There's more technique in it than just going up there and slapping someone. I mean, there's some rules that are hard. I mean, I have a lot of power to keep my feet planted, to do everything correctly. It really, you have to focus and think I don't think I could do 100% hit without moving my feet, so I know I have to dial it down. So there's technique, so that's why. You ever watch arm wrestling? I mean, come on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some great arm wrestlers, and I can't go against them. There's sports that you wouldn't, believe are sports, but I always compare it to arm wrestling because, John Bresnik, he's amazing. And just people like that. They took a sport and grew it, and I think we're going to go in that direction.
At first, I didn't really put any respect on it like when I seen it come out, because it's the stuff overseas, and it's always like one very large man, one very small man, and it's like, well, we already know how that's going to happen. Of course, he smacked the shit out of him. So like this, it's more even, and it's actually really exciting.